Right, so in my video about the deluxe crate, I used the thumbnail image of the deluxe crate scene in this crate area here. Now, people thought that I was using like an updated version of the deluxe crate icon, or the deluxe crate icon in the game has been updated. No, it only actually just appears in this area here. Now, I actually don't even know if this is the deluxe crate, but I'm going to assume that it is based on the similarity. This is also the first time when you could actually get quite close to it, because previously there was like an invisible wall here that prevented you getting this close, but for some reason in a lobby update they actually removed it. Anyways, no, the crates officially haven't had their icons updated yet. As you can see here, the deluxe crate still has this chevron up, but in fact if you try and buy the deluxe crate, as you can see here through the developer product, you'll see that the icon used on the developer product is different to that used in the game. In fact, it's a different one to the crate opening sequence, which is the one that is shown on the preview. It's the same for the premium crate, because if you try and buy it through here, you'll notice that the icon here is extremely outdated. It is different to the icon or the model seen here. This is because the developers kind of have a habit of not being bothered to update the icons for crates or updating the models of crates, because let's be real, no one's focusing that much on the crate icons. But it is worth a mention that the premium crate icon that is currently used on the developer product was the first version of the premium crate, added in 2019. Now, back then, crates, like the crate opening sequence, didn't exist. So the fact that this model existed, in fact I do know that a model of this did exist. It's just that there was no crate opening sequence. So if the developers posted like a pile of shit here, the community would be none the wiser that this is the premium crate, this is what it looks like. You just got a UI pop saying, oh, you got this skin. However, the next icon used looks like this, and actually this is actually closer to what's seen here, except this one is, I think, more plasticky looking compared to this one, which has a more sheen look to it. I think they're the same model, but I feel like this one's more polished and has shadows. But for some reason, some of the icons for the premium crate uses this, which is what the wiki is using as like the current icon. As you can see, it's more metallic, but the version in game isn't actually metallic. Meanwhile, for the deluxe crate, its icon has always looked like this. Metallic, highly detailed crate, whereas in the game it doesn't look like this at all. There is no like diamond plating around the chevron, nor is the chevron itself neon. It's only on the icon where it glows neon, and it's only on the icon where there are actually diamond plated elements onto it. In fact, on the top part of the crate there's meant to be neon icons or neon parts. Here it's clearly shown to be neon parts, but on the crate itself, when you open it, you'll notice a distinct lack of neon parts. Now, this is all to say that this crate here, I can't confirm this is the deluxe crate. However, given the fact that the icons used and the models used for the deluxe crate is very inconsistent, I can just claim that this is actually the deluxe crate. Now, I say this is the deluxe crate. It kind of also looks like something golden-y. It could be the golden crate, but it doesn't actually look anything like the golden crate, as you can see here. Then again, though, the golden crate does use a keycard type thing, and you can see on this crate here, there is a slot here where it looks like a keycard could be inserted, but more likely this is a keyhole. But the evidence that I consider this to be the deluxe crate is the fact that other crates that appear here are ROBUX crates. Or, well, crates that you can get. So they're considered evergreen crates, for example. So, on the next shelf along, you can see... I messed up that jump. As you can see here, this is what I consider to be the premium crate. What you can see here is the key lock here, which is similar to the key lock seen on the premium crate, as you can see here. But more importantly, you can see the symbol on this premium crate is similar, in fact, exactly the same as the symbol seen here. So, this is probably going to be, or if not it is, the up-to-date version of the premium crate. The only problem is, because of the inconsistencies of the premium crate model, there are like 3 different versions that are used in the game. If you count the one that's also shown off here, because as you can see, this is the first version. There's also the version seen here, and I believe in the store there's a chance of the other version appearing. No, the version that's seen here is the icon that's seen on the wiki, but also a different version to what the one that's seen in the store, and the version different to the one on the developer product. And then we have this modern version of the premium crate. So you can probably say that in the game currently right now there are 4 versions of the premium crate. And even more interestingly, there is a basic crate remodel. Now, do I know this is the basic crate model? No. But I think this is the basic crate remodel, because as you can see here, there's like up logo thing that, well, it's meant to indicate upright, but it's poorly put here. Developers, you do realize this logo here is meant to be put on the sides of it to show which way the crate's meant to be facing upwards, basically. But this is the same sign that's used on the basic crate here. For some reason, the preview doesn't show this because it's rotated around, but the icon does. Now, interestingly, the icon used for the basic crate is actually the same model that is used in the game, even though the basic crate icon was made in 2019. Now, there are subtle differences with this icon to the model seen in the game, including the fact that this is a more square version, and the tape here isn't actually the same tape that's used here. This tape is more jagged, as you can see here, compared to this version here, because they had to update this icon or model to be a model where you could actually unbox it in the overhaul update. But more importantly, you can see the right logo seen on this version of the crate here, which I'm willing to bet is the basic crate's remodel. Does this imply that other skin crates in the game are going to get a remodel that appears in this crate section here? Probably. At the very least, I expect the toy crate to be updated because that crate is looking very old. However, I don't see any other crate actually getting like a remodel. For example, I don't expect the party crate to get a remodel purely because this crate is entirely outdated. Same for basically all of the other event crates. If the developers were to go on a spree of updating event crates or updating crates in general, I don't think event crates are going to be on the agenda. I think it's going to be these 3 crates that are mentioned in the store here, plus maybe the toy crate and the golden crate, but even then I don't think the golden crate is going to get updated because it kind of looks modern anyways. Meanwhile, the other crates, they were added since 2023 and they look modern enough to the point where I don't think these are going to get updated either. It's purely only the premium deluxe basic crates because they have been around since the inception of Tower Defense Simulator and they are evergreen crates, which is why I suspect their updated models are seen in the store because maybe the developers anticipated these updated models to be in the game when the lobby was reworked. Then again, we can't really confirm this, and it's only a matter of time, or even if, until we know that these crates are going to be the actual versions of the models, or the updated versions of the models that's used for the crates. These could just be here for show, just like an updated version for this lobby area here, but I find it extremely odd that the updated versions are here, or modern interpretations of crates that we use all the time are here. I don't know, it would be very interesting to see them, or see their opening animations, but given the fact that their opening animations, I believe, are from like 2020 as well, they're quite old. But I would imagine that if these models are added to the game, they'll have their own unique opening animations, which would be really cool. The lack of opening animations is actually probably the reason why crates haven't been updated yet, because even though the models are there, the developers would need to develop a new animation for the opening of crates. Not to say that's impossible, but the animations that the crates use have been in the game since 2020, and they weren't even made in-house. They were made by a contractor, I believe, all the way back in October 2020. Well, not October 2020, that's when this video was uploaded. But they were uploaded previously to the game. But this was before the Deluxe Crate had even been added. But as you can see, the Deluxe Crate is here. And so is the animation for the basic crate, and so is the animation for the premium crate. Likely the developers would need to update these animations for these models, which probably isn't worth the effort when the crates themselves work absolutely fine and people recognize these crates. So I wonder if the crates inside the lobby are just a modern interpretation of what these crates could look like. And perhaps they're not going to get added to Tower Defense Simulator. But just because I like updated content, the developers should totally update the crate models.